Morning, guys, and welcome to yet another beautiful day. It's 5 o'clock in the morning, and we need to choose, man, between these two. Which one are we actually taking out on a road trip to Limpopo? I'm still undecided, man. Still undecided. Obviously, you can tell that on the left we do have the H6 over there on test, and on the right we do have a little budget car, the Tata Tiago. So yeah, man, we just need to find out, man, which one are we taking on the whole road trip, and let's hit the road.
You say you love me. You know you got a hold on me. I know we've had some differences, but it's all in the past. Let's talk it through.
Alright, guys, we're currently at Shell Ultra City. Let's see. Just want to point 300 rand into this thing, and want to see if it will take 300 or more.
Let's fall in love. Take it back to where it all began. Let's fall in love again till the end.
It is. Yo, wait. Full. Alright, guys, as you guys can see, it only took about 255, which is around about 2 liters. Let's see. I'm sure it's full to the brim, actually. Should not be doing that, but if you're going on a long distance trip, there should be no problem. So we have 255. Let's just cycle in between the menu to actually check our range. Range is 484 kilometers. Let's see if we can get that.
Take it back to where it all began. Let's fall in love again. Taking it one day at a time.
Alright, guys, so I don't think I actually told you guys where I'm going. If I did, my bad, guys. So I'm currently going to Guyani, which is roughly 440 kilometers from where I am currently, which is Midrand. Yeah, man, it says ETA is roughly 10:48. Alright, we've made it to Pretoria, and we're currently averaging 20.7 kilometers per liter, which is absolutely quite nice and not far off from what I'd said earlier on, which is like 21 liters per 100 k's. I think this translates to around about, if I'm not mistaken, this translates to 4.6, 4.7, somewhere along those lines. But yeah, man, this is Pretoria for those of you guys that don't know Pretoria, but I believe everybody does know Pretoria, by the way. So yeah. Alright, guys, we are finally leaving. The time is 22:07. I took a bit of some time in Pretoria. Still averaging 20.6 liters. Let's see. I'm going to travel 412 kilometers. And for this journey, guys, I'm actually taking what do you call this? I'm actually going to be driving along the R101, which is Opat, as you guys know it. Since, I mean, we're doing an econo run, right? So the range is currently sitting at 468. So yeah, let's see, man. Stay tuned. Alright, we're currently merging onto the highway, and let's see how this thing actually pulls, right? Let's see how it gets up to speed, actually. Because, I mean, why not? 80, 80, and 90. And that's 100, right? So yeah, it does take some time to get up to speed, but oh well, it is what it is. I mean, I don't expect it to be doing much. So back to the reason why I actually didn't choose the H6 for this long distance trip. So the H6 is an HEV, meaning that it's a hybrid, but not a plug-in hybrid, right? It's one of those hybrids that actually charge themselves. So that would mean the battery will run out on the open road because there is no regen chance, right? So Haval claims about 5.6 liters to the 100. Or out on the open road, you will see it creep up a bit high, or let me say, rather say, insanely high. I've tested it out a bit. It was showing figures of about 8.7 liters out on the open road, but full review of that vehicle is coming soon. But yeah, man, yeah, I have to say, this is quite a solid car. So the reason why I actually chose this is an economic run and stuff like that, right? I just thought, you know what, why not? Because most average consumers in South Africa don't really have two cars to choose from, right? You buy one car and you use it as your daily driver and your vehicle to go home. So man, that's why I mainly decided to do this, and actually just to test out how this Tata Tiago holds up in terms of the road. So this vehicle is powered by a 1.2 liter naturally aspirated engine that puts out 63 kilowatts and 112 newton meters of torque. Tata claims 5.0 liters per 100 k's. I'm currently averaging 20 liters. So let's see if we will get indeed the 5 liters. Currently I'd say 20 liters per kilometer, 20 kilometers per liter does translate to 5.2. Let's see if we can get it just a bit low. If not, it is what it is. But I have to say, man, the road noise is a bit unbearable, especially now when I'm not playing some music. But I think if you just fine tune it out with some music, man, I think you'd be okay. Yeah, man. Overall, stay tuned, man. Let's just see how the journey goes. Alright, here's another fuel update. We just dropped another bar from full tank. So I'd assume that right now, currently, we are on 3 quarters. 3 quarters, we've covered 264 kilometers, and the distance that we still need to cover is around about 180 k's or so. Fuel consumption has increased for some weird reason, but nonetheless, that's fine. We have 385 kilometers of range. Yeah, man, it's quite an okay drive. We're 40 kilometers away from Polokwane currently. So let's see by the time when we get to Polokwane what the range will be looking like. Alright, so we currently just joined the freeway. We're entering Polokwane right now, which is, for me, it's the halfway mark technically, right? So yeah, man, 309 kilometers covered. I think the range is saying about 363 kilometers remaining. So that's easily 600 Ks off a 35 litre tank. Well, which ends up translating to what Tata actually claims, which is 700 rather than the 484 that we had in the beginning of the trip. And if I check properly, I think I still have about 138 Ks till I get to my destination. Alright, 381 kilometers, and slightly my fuel consumption is slightly increased. I'm now averaging 19 kilometers per liter, which is a bit better. Let's see actually how much range. I actually have 308 kilometers of range in remaining with this tank, and recently just clocked about half a tank. If I'm estimating, I think I'm around about 76 Ks away from my destination, if not less. So yeah, man, there you go. You can actually do it, but I think we still have a few checkpoints. Those of you guys that know, you guys know. We are now at Muketsi, the place where everybody buys fruit when they forgot to buy their colleagues' fruit, or when they forgot to take some fruit for their colleagues back in Gauteng. So we're a few kilometers away from my destination, roughly, let's say 56 kilometers. I've traveled 392 kilometers, and I'm averaging 20 kilometers per liter, which is somewhat similar to what we actually started with, you know. So yeah, man, I have to say I am a bit tired, but the difference isn't that noticeable, man. Like, it's not like, yeah, you should have taken the 8.6. Alright guys, I'm going to end it off here. I have roughly 39 kilometers to myself to actually enjoy and listen to some music and enjoy the open road. But you know, it has been a blessed trip, man. So far, the Tata Tiago, sorry man, I just had the punch not so long ago, so I'm used to saying punch. So it has been, you know what, a very great companion. Let's see, let's just round it up. We have 289 kilometers of range, and we driven round about 407, 289. That's over 600 Ks on a 35 liter tank, and we still have half a tank remaining. So if one continues driving like this, can I get 800? I don't know, I doubt it, but maybe 750 on a 35 liter tank. But I have to say, man, I am impressed with this car, as well as, you know what, I wouldn't say the insulation could do a bit better, because yeah, it does rumble quite a bit in here. But you know what, man, this has been such a lovely car, lovely trip as well, man. So it is possible, to answer those of you guys who are wondering, can you actually road trip in a budget car? Yes, it is. Unfortunately, you will be missing things like your cruise control, since this doesn't come with cruise control, and other fancy features, man, like your heated seats, adaptive cruise control. Unfortunately, you do not have that.